Okay, so hi, good morning, Miss Andrea. So today, as a team, we're doing like a project research. So the topic that we had today is learning insight in English one courses. The one that's gonna interview to you, it's me, Andrea Flores, and we had another classmate who is gonna supervise if everything is gonna be okay, Karina Lopez. So some of the things that we want to show to you is some of the next instructions. So, in this case, the interview is going to be developed in the second language. We're going to ask you about 5 questions. So, this is going to have like a total of 45 minutes. So, it depends. It could be less or it could be more. So, and the time of answer, it could be unlimited. So, right now, we're gonna start with the interview. So, and then we had the first question for this. And the first question said, why do you consider oral presentation are useful for English learners?
Well, because with other presentations, you develop different skills on students, such as fluency, vocabulary, and pronunciation, as well as other skills that are important. They are not related to the language development, but they are related to their professional development, such as use of body language and voice projection.
Perfectly. So, the second question says, why do you consider online resources are essential to support classes?
Well, first, because it is a way to engage students. If you present a variety of resources, students are going to have the opportunity to practice the language using different tools. So that is a way to keep them engaged. Second, to reinforce what you are presenting. It is not the same to be talking for an hour about a topic and having students involved, working using the different resources that you are presenting. And third, because it is a way for them to reinforce what they are learning. And finally, I would say that it is important because you can use them also as an assessment tool. So you can monitor if students are actually understanding what you are explaining and if there is need for you to reinforce the topic based on the results that you observe.
Okay, thank you. This next question says, why do you think teamwork help improve English speaking skills?
Well, remember that classes should be student-centered. Students should have the opportunity to talk. You are the teacher, so you already know who need to practice are students. So when you give them the time to work in teams, you are giving them the time for them to discuss the answers and to practice with their peers. There are different exercises that you can assign for them to work. One, it is good for them because they can learn new words from their classmates. Second, it is good also because they practice the language while they are discussing the questions. Third, you give them the time for them to practice the language in teams. You can give them a task in which they have to carry out a conversation, or you can give them the prompt for them to practice different questions and eliciting their own answers. So that is good for them to improve speaking. It is important that you give the chance to students to practice in class. You must set aside time when you are planning for them to practice speaking. And doing that in teams is something really important, especially when you have large classes. When classes are small, so students can have the opportunity to talk to the teacher. But when you have classes that are more than 20 students, it is really difficult. So you need to rely on teamwork for them to practice speaking. That's it, Andrea.
Okay, so thank you. We're gonna go with the next question says, how important analytical questions are to develop the critical thinking?
Well, when you are making questions as a teacher, it is important that you select these kind of questions. If you want to develop critical thinking on your students, so you need to motivate them and encourage them to think. So I consider that these kind of questions are really important. Actually, you must try to include them in every class because you need to help your students to develop that ability to analyze a topic and to think critically about it. That's a really important skill that students will need in life. That's my answer for that question.
Morning, Miss. I
Morning.
think that Andrea had some problem with her presentation.
Okay.
Just give me a second.
Can
Because
you
I
hear
can
me
share
now?
my screen because she's sharing her
Can you
screen.
hear me?
Yeah,
Yes.
So can you see my screen right now?
Yes.
Yes? Yeah?
Yes, I can see it.
Okay. So we have the last question says, why do you consider reading and writing are an essential tool?
Well, actually, all the four skills are important. Reading is actually a receptive skill, while writing is a productive skill. So, reading as a receptive skill is important because it allows students to internalize vocabulary, to internalize structure. Actually, you can even learn punctuation by paying attention to what you are reading. So, reading is a way also for you to explore new knowledge in different areas. And as a bilingual person, you have access to information that is not available in your mother language, but it is in English. So, reading is important as a language skill because it allows a student to improve their vocabulary, knowledge of grammar structures, and things like that. But at the same time, it is a life skill because it is going to allow students to grow in their professional field and to read material that otherwise they wouldn't have access to. So that's why I consider reading is really important. Writing as a language skill is important because it is a productive skill. So it is going to demonstrate how much of the language the student can produce. Writing provides the students the opportunity to express their ideas and also to test how much vocabulary they have, how much they understand about grammar structures, and punctuation as well. So writing as a language skill is important for that reason. Now, writing, depending on the field where the student decided to follow his or her career path, is going to be important as well because it is a skill that you need to develop as a professional. As a professional, you are required to have good oral and writing skills. So it is a plus for them if they can do that also in English, not only in Spanish. So I consider that both of them are important as language skills and also as life skills for students. That's it.
Okay, well, I think we're done with that. Thank you so much for everything, and also with the community we have with the internet. So very short time to answer this. So this is a valuable information for us to get the enough knowledge about the learnings that you're providing to your students. So we wish you the best, and thank you so much for everything and for your comprehension too.
Thank you.
thank you, Miss.
You're welcome. Bye, girls.
Bye bye. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Bye, Miss. Thank you for everything.